Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 20 of my favorite drummers of all time, my top 30, because we got 30 days here in November, of course. We're picking out our favorite 30 drummers across all genres, any style. Today, for pick number 20, this is an American drummer. Man, is this guy ever good? Let me get my Prezi app loading up here. This is a guy who has played with pretty much everybody. If you're a metal fan, extreme metal fan, you likely know who this guy is. He has, like I said, he's played on so many classic albums. Like picking my favorite albums and performances for this dude was really, really difficult. But let's bring to the stage here. My pick for today, pick number 20, is none other than Gene Hoglan. That's right. Another one of those guys that just so technical, so precise, so heavy hitting, and has lent his talents to so many great heavy metal albums over the last 35 plus years. Got his start, of course, in thrash, and has just made an impact, whether it be thrash, death metal, black metal, technical metal, you name it. He's played on it. Gene Hoglan, great, great drummer, still killing it to this day. Let's talk about some of my favorite albums featuring the mighty talents of Gene Hoglan. Well, I think I'm going to go with my first pick, and I only grabbed a couple props here. I got to go all the way back to the beginning because it was the first album that ever really turned me on to this guy, and that is the debut album from Dark Angel, Darkness Descends from 1986. So good, so crushing. At the time, one of the heaviest and probably most extreme of all the thrash albums to come out right around that time period, because 1986, you had obviously Metallica and Megadeth and Slayer and whatnot and Anthrax, and all of a sudden, like, Dark Angel comes out and they kind of like up the ante big time. An evil, evil sounding album with razor sharp guitars and really gritty vocals, and of course the amazing drumming from Mr. Hoglan. So yeah, got to pick that album. I think just more for nostalgia purposes because that's like kind of like where it all started with me with him. Then I'm going to go to 1995 for Symbolic. Is in there. He is right there from Death. I mean, could pick any Death album that he recorded on, right? He's that good in this band, and this, there are times where this is my favorite Death album. I always change picking my favorite Death album. And every week it changes, but yeah, I mean, just the title track, Zero Tolerance, so good. Crystal Mountain is just crushing without judgment, Sacrament, and it's just such a, the music of Death around this time period is highly, highly technical death metal. And what better way to create technical death metal than getting a drummer like Gene Hoglan who can just do anything you ask of him to do. Absolutely anything. So good. So yeah, that's my pick number two. And I'm going to go with pick number three. Of course, he also was a longtime member of a band called Strapping Young Lad. And I'm going to go with their 1997 album called City. Another terrific album. Again, Strapping Young Lad formed by Devin Townsend. This was Devin's extreme metal band, right? Devin has done so many things in his career, right? Of course, got his big start playing with Steve Vai, and then, a few years later, putting together Strapping Young Lad, of course, all these solo albums and things like that. But Strapping Young Lad were a highly energetic, I always call them kind of like cyber or sci-fi extreme metal, right? It's kind of death metal, but not. It's progressive metal, but it's not. It's power metal, but not. It's this highly kind of like technical, industrial type of extreme metal that really defied all sorts of categorizations. And at the backbone of that was, of course, the great Gene Hoglan on drums, who I got to see this lineup, classic lineup, a couple times, and woof, what a powerhouse band! What a powerhouse band! When Devin finally decided to put Strapping Young Lad to bed and to rest, I was very disappointed because I really really like that band a lot. But Gene has gone on to play with, when Strapping Young Lad, I mean, he played with Old Man's Child. He has played with Damon. He's played with Tenet. He has played, of course, with Deathlock, right? He's done lots of stuff with Deathlock. Also, for many years, played with Fear Factory and Testament, right? He was played with Testament fairly recently, right? So, he's not playing with them currently right now, but Titans of Creation and Brotherhood of the Snakes and the Dark Roots of Earth. I mean, that's all Gene on those albums. So good. As far as my favorite performance, again, very difficult. I had a few. I was thinking of a Strapping Young Lad song or two. I had a couple Testament songs in mind. Certainly, there's plenty of Death songs and Dark Angel songs. I was kind of like, all right, I got to go with a Death song because out of all these bands, it's probably the one that I like the most, right? I'm going to go with The Philosopher from Individual Thought Patterns, the last track on here. Man, it's just such a really cool technical death metal track, but like with all sorts of really interesting like jazz fusion things going on, right? Listen to the bass on this song. It's total fusion, really great. But underneath all of it, I mean, Gene is just doing all this highly technical stuff, precision drumming that, again, doesn't overpower anything, but complements everything that's going on. Just so good. I mean, this guy can bash with the best of them, but he's also it's just as technical as any of the most technical drummers out there. Just an amazing player. So yeah, the Philosopher from Individual Thought Patterns, and we're going to go Strapping Young Lad City, the first Dark Angel album, Darkness Descends, and Symbolic by Death. Those are my favorite three albums featuring his drumming. Let us know what you think of Gene Hoglan down in the comments below, as well as your pick for today, pick number 20. And we'll see you tomorrow, of course, for another one. Going into the teens, number 19 is coming up tomorrow. Don't forget, we got Hudson Valley Squares tonight. We're going to be doing another album war tonight. We've got 5 classic debuts from the new wave of British heavy metal scene. No, we're not including Iron Maiden in this one. And no, we're not including Def Leppard in this one. So it's we've got let's see, what do we have? We've got the debuts from Tigers of Pantang, Diamond Head, trying to remember all of them, Witchfinder General, Satan, and what's the other? And Angel Witch, right? So the debuts from all 5 of those bands, we're putting them together. We're going to do an album war, see who wins and reigns supreme. That's all tonight on the Hudson Valley Squares. Till then, visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options. Thank you in advance for all your support there. It's always greatly appreciated as we hit that 100,000 mark just recently over the weekend. So thanks to everybody and marching our way towards 200 now, right? Might take a while for that, but yeah, that's okay. I'm Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. See you soon. Bye.